Hi. I have been asked if I would continue the parenting series, and so what I am going to be doing is going through the 10 commandments of parenting, where we'll go through all of the 10 commandments and apply each one to parenting. I'm going to try to make these general so they apply to children of all ages. As the parent of 4 teenagers, I may be a little biased. We might veer in that direction, but I'm going to try to make them as accessible and understandable to every parent. And to begin with, we have commandment number 1, which is, I am the Lord your God who took you out of the land of Egypt, which is interesting because there's kind of no command there. There's no do, there's no don't. And yet it's the first of our 10 commandments. It's a statement. And yet it's also this like prerequisite. Like if we're not good here, nothing else is really gonna matter. The other 9 don't count if we don't have a sense of understanding here. And what is that understanding? So there are 2 key lessons here. The Hebrew of the first commandment is Anochi Hashem Elokecha asher hotzeiticha me'eretz Mitzrayim mibeis abadim. And the very first word, Anochi, is generally understood to be a Hebrew word. Sometimes that people will think it's Aramaic. And yet it's Egyptian. And Egyptian's not really the language we want to be associated with or that brings back positive, good feelings there. It's the language of our slavery. And yet it's part and parcel of who we are and our identity and associations that we have. And by using an Egyptian word, and it's only the first word, it doesn't continue. But it's really that message of, I get you, and I know you, and I've known you at your worst, and I was with you all along, and I was there with you then, and I'm here with you now, and I'm going to be with you in the future, because I always have your back. I have your back at your worst, and I have your back at your best, and my love is unconditional. I'm there for you. And I really know you, and I know that that's a language you're going to respond to because it's part of your history. It's part of your baggage and who you are. So there's the lesson of knowing someone and that reminder of constant and consistent support. And also that message of, I know your language and I'm going to speak your language, even if it's not my language, even if it's not the language I want you to be speaking. But it's knowing how to communicate to our kids, know their language. If they love sports, learn about sports, learn the vernacular, use it. If it's fashion, if it's metal detecting like my son has, whatever it is, we have to learn their language and use it. By the way, this generation, texting. If your kids communicate through text, learn how to communicate and text them that way. It might not be natural to us. It might feel impersonal to us. But if it's the way they communicate, we need to learn how to speak their language. And the other last message with this commandment is that no one escapes Egypt. We don't, and they don't. We are all going to go through challenging times. We are all have times where we feel constricted and inhibited and not ourselves and not, constrained in different ways. And that is part of life. And when we're going through it, what we need more than anything and what our children need more than anything is to know that those who love us the most have our back, get us, know our language, and will speak our language.